All right, welcome back, everybody. I am pumped for this one. We are diving deep into the world of fast cars, high-stakes crime, and really, you know, a
Yeah.
story that has it all.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one.
So, we're talking about the upcoming film, American Speed, and the wild true story
Mm.
of the Whittington brothers. These guys were race car drivers
Yeah.
who got caught up in a whole web
hmm
of drug smuggling and money laundering.
Yeah, I mean, it's like something straight out of a movie, except it actually happened.
Exactly.
So the Whittington brothers were really at the heart of this massive scandal that rocked the motorsports world back in the early 1980s. Like, we're talking about the IMSA scandal here.
Damns.
Yeah, the International Motorsports Association. Back
Yeah.
then, it was like the series for sports car racing in North America. Big names, big money, tons of fans. And then, boom, it all comes crashing down when all these teams and drivers get busted for using racing as a front for smuggling.
Wow.
We're talking tons of marijuana, cocaine, the whole 9 yards.
I mean, just thinking about the logistics of it all is kind of mind-blowing.
It's wild, right? Like, these guys are out there pushing these cars to the limit, all while running this huge criminal operation.
And it's not just any sport. It's racing. It's all about precision, timing, and control.
Right, exactly.
And then to think they have this whole other life going on underneath, I don't know, it's almost poetic in a way.
Oh, absolutely. And it's that kind of duality, I think, that this film is really going to try to tap into.
I mean, you look at the casting, right? You've got Tom Holland, who everyone knows from Spider-Man, and then Austin Butler,
Yeah.
fresh off his success as Elvis.
Yeah, and both of them have been making some really interesting career choices lately. Like, Holland, he's been pushing away from that whole superhero image, going for darker roles, more complex characters.
You're in the crowded room, right?
Exactly. And Cherry as well.
Which, if you haven't seen it, folks, intense performance.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely a far cry from Spider-Man.
And then you've got Butler coming off his Oscar nomination for Elvis, and then he's going to be in Dune Part 2. Like, these guys are both on the rise, and they're not afraid to take risks.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes you think about the Whittington brothers, too. Like, were they blinded by their own ambition? Did they just get caught up in the moment?
Well, I think that's a question a lot of people ask themselves.
Yeah.
Especially when you see someone achieve a level of success, right? Like, what did they have to sacrifice to get there?
Definitely.
What compromises did they make?
It's about those choices, right? Like, what would you be willing to risk to get to the top?
And speaking of the film itself, I mean, the team behind American Speed is pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah. You've got Charles Roven producing.
The guy who produced Oppenheimer.
Huge name. Oscar winner.
And then Jason Hall writing the screenplay.
Who also wrote American Sniper.
Right. I mean, talk about a track record.
Right. And on top of that, you've got Amazon MGM Studios backing it. And they fought hard to get this film. Like, there was a bidding war.
So clearly, they see something special in this story. And I think they're right. It's got the high-speed action, the drama, the moral ambiguity, the glamour of the racing world.
Right.
It's a recipe for a hit.
But it all comes back to the story, doesn't it? Like, are they going to dig deep into the Whittington brothers' motivations? Are they going to explore the complexities of the IMSA scandal and what it did to the sport?
Yeah, will it just be a glorification of their crimes or something more?
That's the big question,
A
right?
lot to think about. And I think that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating. It's not just about fast cars and breaking the law. It's about ambition, obsession, and the choices we make when the pressure is on.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So we'll definitely keep you all updated on American Speed as we get closer to its release.
Yep.
But in the meantime, I want you to think about this. What would drive someone to risk it all? Their freedom, their reputation, everything. Just for the sake of speed and success. It's a question worth pondering, folks. Until next time.